Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to One Concussed Broad Healing, where we talk about all things concussion and brain injury recovery. Today, we're going to be talking about supplements, something that I was very keen on finding as much information as I possibly could. I have a personal preference. I prefer to stay away from pharmaceutical medication when possible. It's just a personal choice that I have. And I've been on a lot of pharmaceuticals over my lifetime, and for whatever reason, my body very much struggles with the medications. So for me, supplements are always my go-to. So for myself, I did a lot of research, and I'm here to share that with you. I had a wonderful naturopath who was really amazing in guiding me, essentially, on the supplements that I could take that would help. And so through trial and error, also with like science-backed research, I'm here to share with you what I've learned. So just before we begin, I want to remind you that supplements are a support tool. Same as pharmaceutical medication, they are a support tool. There is no magic pill, there is no magic supplement. They are there to help support your recovery and help aid your repair and your healing time. But they can't do it on their own. You still need to make sure that you're getting proper sleep, nutrition, nervous system regulation, and addressing any trauma that you may have. I know for me, I've experienced a lot of trauma in my life, and although I've done a lot of trauma work, and in my previous life, I worked in mental health, I helped other people with their trauma. When I experienced my brain injury, it brought all that trauma back up to the surface for me. So you still need to be doing all the other things. So just before we begin and I share with you the supplements that I would recommend, I want to put out there that I have no training when it comes to pharmaceutical medication, when it comes to naturopath and supplements. This is something that definitely I always recommend to people, that you should speak to your pharmacist, you should speak to your doctor, you should consult a naturopath if you have access to one. And sometimes if you're in like a naturopath, like a natural store that only sells supplements and products, I find that the person working there generally has a really good understanding. The truth to the matter is that some supplements can interact or interfere with pharmaceutical medications, and perhaps even with, I don't know for sure, again, because I don't have any training, but perhaps you have an autoimmune disease, and so I may recommend omega-3, and that may be something that is not good for your autoimmune disorder. So I always recommend for anybody that they speak with a professional. Again, pharmacist, doctor, naturopath are the people that I would speak to. They have the most knowledge. I also suggest to people when they add something new that they keep a little bit of a journal for the first few weeks, just so that they can journal anything that may be different, good, bad, whatever. So that way that you have that information. I do know that there was I do know that a medication that I was taking, my pharmacist, when I spoke to her about the supplements that I was taking, she recommended that I not take that medication. Like, I wait an hour either before or after I take the supplements to take the medication, because the supplements that I was taking could, dilute the intensity of the medication if I took them at the same time. So that was an easy switch for me to make, but it wouldn't have been something that I would have known if I hadn't have spoke to my pharmacist. So I always recommend get professional advice. I am not a professional when it comes to things like that. I have a lot of skill, but that is beyond my skill level. All right, so now we're going to get into the supplements. Okay. So the first supplement that I would recommend, and that was recommended to me, is omega-3 fatty acids. The neurologist actually suggested that I go to a natural store and get a liquid DHA, which I was able to do. The reason that omega-3 fatty acids are so important and good for the healing process is they help to repair actual brain cells, so it helps to repair them. Reduces inflammation, which is a huge cause of why you're having brain fog, fatigue, and it helps with memory and mood. The recommended dose is 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of DHA a day, or fish oil and algae if you're plant-based. I was able to find a product that had omega-3 and CoQ10 together, and I found that the combination was very helpful for me. So the second supplement is magnesium, especially magnesium L-threonate. This one is great for your sleep and for your brain fog. It helps support your nervous system and stress regulation. It helps to calm overactive brain, and it supports memory and learning. So myself personally, I did a magnesium complex, which included magnesium L-threonate in it. There are varying different forms of magnesium. So the magnesium complex that I took ended up having 4 different magnesiums in them. And so that was very beneficial for me. So the third supplement that I would recommend is lion's mane mushroom. This is a natural brain booster. It promotes nerve growth. It helps with clarity and focus. And there's some evidence to suggest that it's supporting cognitive repair post-injury. The fourth supplement that I would recommend is ginkgo biloba. It is similar to lion's mane, and I would take them interchangeably. I would do a course of lion's mane for a few weeks to a couple months, and then I would switch to ginkgo biloba. Okay, the next supplement that I would recommend is B complex vitamins. So like B6, B9, and B12. So brain trauma, for whatever reason, because I don't have the scientific information to provide you, depletes your B vitamins, like completely sucks them. And that is where you are feeling that fatigue, right? So B vitamins are vital for energy, focus, and mood. They support neurotransmitter production, and they help reduce mental fatigue. All right, so the final 2 vitamins that I'm going to talk about are vitamin D3 and vitamin K2. For whatever reason, a lot of people, again, with brain trauma seem to have super low vitamin D. This was certainly the case for myself. The reason that these vitamins are so important is they support immune and brain health. Low D can worsen your mood and fatigue, and K2 helps with absorption and calcium regulation. Here are a couple additional supplements that I would recommend. Acetyl-L-carnitine, it helps with energy and mitochondria fusion. Curcumin, it's an anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective. Zinc, it's especially good for post-concussion. And probiotics, because the gut-brain connection is real, so you also have to make sure that your gut is healthy. And listen, you don't need to take everything that I've just listed. I know that for the majority of the time, I did not take all of them at the same time, right? You start small, you track what helps, and you give your brain space to heal. Remember, supplements are just one layer of healing. You need nervous system support. You need nervous system support. You need rest. You need safe people that support you, and you need time. But if you're here, I know you're already doing the work. So trust that. Support your brain and keep showing up. All right. So I'd like to ask you, have you tried any of these supplements? And if so, what was your experience? Did you find them helpful or did you not? Also, if you could put in the comments, if there's a supplement that you found that was helpful or beneficial to you that I didn't mention, could you please put that in the comments and share a little bit of your experience? Again, this is about trying to build a safe community where we can support each other and provide information about our own experiences and what we found helpful. Because remember, all of our bodies are different, just like our brain injuries or our concussions or brain injuries are different. So what works for me may not work for you, and what worked for you may work for somebody else, right? So again, it's about sharing and caring and helping support each other as we walk down this road of recovery. Lastly, I'd like to ask you to don't forget, please like, subscribe, and share this video so that we can reach as many people as possible. Next video, I will be talking about light and noise sensitivity, and we'll be talking about ways to cope and how to improve the sensitivity of that. And yeah, so until the next time, I wish you a very blessed day.